I'm Davey. I'm awesome. Welcome to the Comment Corner. When you guys make comments on my videos, and I respond every week. And in between responding to your comments. Diarrhea is hereditary. It runs in your genes. So, kicking off this week's Comment Corner with last week's Comment Corner, the result corner. My brother Josh, the film bestie, kicked it off with, Crystal Clear Pepsi is better than any clear soda. Well, considering its competition is stuff like Sprite or Fresca or 7-Up, I'm going to have to still disagree with you. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, a teenage girl? A teenage girl? Ah! OMG, I can't even. But can you odd? Then Paul Jetto commented, ha! That's how my girl wins arguments. Lol. It's not fair. But I'm not saying I want my wife to stop. Then Jay McCool commented, oh, sweet, Chuck Norris jokes count? If you spell Chuck Norris in Scrabble, you win forever.
What?
Nice. And yes, of course, Chuck Norris jokes count. I'm not about to tell Chuck Norris he doesn't count. Especially since 1940, when Chuck Norris was born, the ratio of deaths related to roundhouse kicks increased by 13,000%. Then Jay McCool commented, does not having a gallbladder affect you that much? A lot more than people think. Like, I remember I watched an episode of Scrubs once where somebody was about to get his gallbladder out and he was asking if it was important, and Dr. Cox told him it is the most useless organ in your body. That is absolutely false. It is not useless. Ever since I had my gallbladder removed when I was 23, it's harder to hold in gas. Like, you know, when you're holding it in for a long time, your stomach really starts to hurt. That happens within the first second of me having to pass gas. And not to mention, you talked about when you go to the bathroom, you feel better at least. Eventually I do, but most of the time I either feel nothing or it hurts really bad when it first happens. So yes, the gallbladder is not useless. You don't have to have it, but it serves its purpose. At a restaurant, a customer complained that his fish was dry. I said, well, of course it is. We took it out of the water. Then on my Davy's Awesome Stories, his love of food, where I talked about my son James's love of food. Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I will never eat donuts in a public bathroom. That is just disgusting. Paul Jetto replied to this, seriously, that's what I was thinking when I found donuts in a public bathroom. I was completely and utterly grossed out because the box was half eaten. It still boggles my mind that of all places, somebody was eating in a public toilet.
Ew.
Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I will say your son saying, like he was Homer Simpson. Well, I said that. Richard Daly replied to this comment, tell your son try putting chips inside of a sandwich or hoagie. It's delicious. Don't insult me, good sir. As if I haven't already instilled that into my son. He does put chips in his sandwich. I raised him right. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, made a very long comment, so bear with me. That boy is so competitive with food that when he saw some homeless people, his dad gave him something to eat, but he and I had a contest to see who could finish their Taco Bell the quickest. I lost. Just ask the homeless vagabonds who watched the food fall from the sides of my face and fall on the ground. Must have had dust in their eyes because they sure were watery. Oh well. He picked up those bits off the ground and ate them before I could under the 5-second rule. Afterward, I felt bad for eating in front of the unfortunate grouches and was gonna give them my Carl's Jr. gift card, but traded it for a PlayStation Plus card instead. Yeesh, those hapless winos didn't even say thank you. As we were walking away, annoyed by the sounds of the bums' grumbling stomachs, we wondered if they'd get a fair trade from some teenager for that gift card. I was kinda disappointed in that kid because we could have used the PS Plus card for downloadable content for RDRD2. But before I could thwap him upside his head for giving away free gaming entertainment to the down-and-out tramps, I stopped at a particular sound as James and I locked eyes in surprise, and we both realized that it was our stomachs that were rumbling. Cue the waterworks as we learned that the Carl's Jr. gift card only had $2 left on it. Thank God for Awesome Davey for taking us for more Taco Bell. I mean, it wasn't Carl's Jr., but I guess beggars can't be choosers. Even though this story is completely made up, you are terrible. Then Paul Jetto commented, what's your favorite buffet? I love Chinese food. Wish they'd make a Chinese buffet. Otherwise, I like Sizzler's buffet. There are Chinese food buffets all over the place. But I don't recommend them because, sorry if this is a stereotype, but it seems to be very true in my experience. They sit there and watch you and get angry if you go back for more than seconds. It's a buffet. I'm not there to eat until I'm full. I'm there to eat until I can't walk. But especially one out here I won't go to anymore. They will sit there and watch you, and after your second helping, they'll start coming over suggesting you should be done now. Screw you, it is a buffet. As far as what is my favorite buffet, my favorite buffets are the kind that combine pretty much everything. Like out here in Reno, my favorite is the Atlantis Buffet because they have Chinese food, they have Italian food, they have white bread American food, I guess, fried chicken and whatnot. Basically anything you could possibly want. It's expensive, but it is worth every penny, especially because it comes with unlimited prime rib. Then Jay McCool commented, "Your son and I have a lot in common. My poor parents were always getting on to me for being a human garbage disposal." I gotta say, from your parents' perspective, it's terrible. Especially right now, with grocery bills being so expensive. I can't believe we now live in a time where eating in is just as expensive as eating out. Hemorrhoids are a pain in the ass. Then on my Davies Awesome Wrestling, where I reviewed TNA Rebellion 2024, Daniel DeLeon69 commented, "I really enjoyed that Josh Alexander Hammerstone match, and the ending of Matt Hardy returning to TNA Wrestling. Yeah, that was good." Then, first time commenter, and hopefully I'm saying this right, Melmo. If I messed up your name, I'm sorry. I'm bad with pronunciation. Commented, "Great PPV. The main event slapped. Cool to see a genuine fan's reaction instead of a self-proclaimed expert." Well, that is one thing. I do not pretend to be an insider. I do not pretend to be an expert. I don't pretend this is anything more than my opinion. Then Paul Jetto commented, "Haha, Khan!" That's from Star Trek, just in case you didn't know. Oh, I know. Sadly, I know. Then Paul Jetto commented, "What was your favorite wrestling story? If you're talking about in this event, I'm probably going to have to go with the Matt Hardy thing, him coming back, being broken Matt Hardy. That's the one that's most intriguing to me. If you're talking about of all time, there's no way I can answer that. That's just, there's so many great wrestling stories out there. I really can't just pick one. That'd be like asking me who my favorite child is. In fact, that would probably be easier considering there's only 3 kids. Then Jay McCool commented, "What do you think of the new WWE Speed Championship?" I don't like it. It looks like a toy. I don't like it. And I don't like the concept either. I went and watched a couple of them on X, and 3 minutes is not an exciting match. The only way a 3-minute match is fun is if it's a squash match. Sometimes those can be fun. Sometimes. Or if it's like that WrestleMania match with Rey Mysterio and JBL where he beat him in 11 seconds and it was funny. That can be entertaining, but to simply have a match that's time limit is 3 minutes and they're going to go at it until one of them wins, that's not entertaining because 3 minutes is not enough time for me to get invested into this. So I don't like it at all. The belt or the concept. When I get bored, I like to call Best Western hotels. And when they answer Best Western, I just reply Tombstone and hang up. Then on to Davey's Awesome Food, where I reviewed the Lay's Wavy Cuban Sandwich Chips, which were so delicious. Daniel Leon69 commented, "Those Lay chips might be my new favorite snack to eat. They're really good. I'm out, and that makes me sad." Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, "Oh sure, make me sit through that icky strawberry Rudy Tooty Krizap, but the Cuban sandwich, you monstard." Does that mean like I'm a monster made out of mustard? Then Paul Jetto commented, "I prefer waves. I want to try these. Do yourself a favor. Rush to where the Cuban sandwich chips are sold and buy them and enjoy them." Then after a few weeks of no J Spud comments, thinking it's over, he's done, Josh is bored, he's not going to pretend to be J Spud anymore, J Spud commented, Oh dear, those wavy ridges look terrifying. I've had experiences with those salty confections of the Grim Reaper that would make Dirty Dancing look like Schindler's List. It was awful. Oh well, enjoy them. I also wanted to apologize for my absence. Nunchucks and I recently said our vows, and the glass that I had to step on didn't break, but rather it ricocheted off my mother's forehead and then hit me in the throat, leaving me vague memories of surgeons, undertaker, and an unpleasant dairy farm who smelled like boiled potato skins, and a Der Wiener Schnitzel bathroom. I woke up in a hospital closet with Nunchuck's grandmother holding my hand. That was no comfort from a woman everyone called Uncrustable. She is wildly unappealing and a strange mix of skinny petite and blubbery fat. At the wedding rehearsal, she forced me onto the dance floor and twerked something awful until she danced Thriller style to the theme from Jaws. Good news is I'm back home. Bad news is I'm back home. I'll try to brave the drowsy side effects that regular Tylenol gives me to comment some more in the future. By all means, don't brave the effects. Go to sleep. Forever. Then another new commenter, Lunatic Night Dragon, commented, I saw these at Walmart last week, but I didn't get them. Well, you should. What are you, a lunatic? Oh, wait. Then Jay McCool commented, these are so good. They really are. Especially in a sandwich. At the airport, my friend suggested we disguise ourselves as luggage. I told him, let's not get carried away. Then on the final video to get commented on this week, the Brothers Not Lovers bloopers number 6, where for the 6th time we went through some of our bloopers. My brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, why didn't the wife attend her husband's funeral? She wasn't much of a morning person. I haven't talked to my wife in a week. I didn't want to interrupt her. That's enough. My girlfriend wanted a marriage, just like a fairy tale. Fair enough. I gave her a loaf of bread and left her in the forest. A kid decided to burn his house down. His dad watched with tears in his eyes. He put his arm around his mom and said, that's our son. I child-proofed my house. Somehow they still got in. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, nice bloopers video, Davey. Thanks. Then Paul Jetto commented, I have never laughed this hard at your videos till now. Thank you. At least I hope that's a compliment. Hope this isn't the first time you laughed. But no, yes, thank you. Because I do get a little bit nervous about these bloopers. Like, is anybody going to care about us laughing in the middle of a skit? Apparently some people do. Then Jay McCool commented, sweet, I love these bloopers videos. Well, there will be more, because we will go off script and make each other and my wife laugh. Then Jay McCool commented, during the Film Besties laugh at the gopher joke, he almost looked like he was crying. He might have been crying because he didn't want to laugh, but he couldn't help it. Then Jay McCool commented, speaking of Terrifier, you should review those movies. Maybe. Maybe. In the future. Maybe. And I'm guessing that's going to be one of those, since my brother goes on and on about them all the time, that he's going to insist on reviewing with me. Just when you think that food could not possibly call you, onion rings. So there you have it. That's Comic Corner this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications for when I post videos, and leave a comment of your own to be in next week's Comic Corner. Love you guys.